Alright guys, in this video we're going to be learning about a range. Not like a range like home, home on the range, not that one. I'm talking about a range of numbers. So this is also a cool way that we can create a loop without a list. And if you're scratching your head and you're like, okay, well what the heck are we going to loop through then? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you guys. So make a for loop and then name the variable anything you want. I'll just name mine x. And usually we said something like in list and then we wrote the list name. But what if we just said, okay, we don't have anything to loop through, but I want to have this loop occur 10 times. I want something to occur 10 times. Well, what we can do is we can write range and inside here 10. What this is pretty much saying is, okay, loop through this. This is pretty much the same thing as making a list really quick. So probably easier if we just see. So right now x is equivalent to the numbers 0 through 9, since remember computers start counting at 10. Now you can actually do anything 10 times. It doesn't even need to involve x. So if you just did this, it printed out Bucky is awesome 10 times, which is actually a really good program for people with self-confidence issues. Bucky's awesome. Bucky's you know what? I am awesome. Alright, so enough of that, and let me actually go back to X because I want to show you guys some other things. And another thing, whenever you want to clear out your console, because I don't know, maybe it's just annoying, just hit this little trash bucket button. That reminds me of my stupid trash man who won't take my freaking cardboard. But anyways, just minimize that. Alright, so back up to here. So of course, whenever we print this out, x is equivalent to the numbers 0 through 9. Now we can also do something else, and that's this. Instead of just writing 10 right there, we can actually give it a range of numbers. So by default, it starts at 0. Now, let's say that we wanted to start x at 5, and we wanted it to go to, I don't know, have a maximum of like 12 or something. Who knows? Ugh. Really? Now I got the hiccups. Okay, this is going to tick me off. Alright, so press run and check it out. So now it starts at 5 and it loops all the way until it gets to 12. So when we don't have two numbers, then it starts at 0 implicitly. When we have two numbers, we have a beginning and an end. Now the last thing is what happens when we do this with three numbers. And you might be thinking beginning, middle, end. Well, not exactly. The first one is what number do you want to start at? The second one is where you want to end at, and the third one is your increment. So this means count from 10 to 40, but do it in steps of 5. So 10, 15, 20, tomato, tomato, so on and so forth. So pretty freaking sweet. So again, if you ever want to specify by how much, why can I not talk today? How much you want to count by, this is how you do that. Now, I guess I have time in this video to show you guys about the only other loop I want to talk to you about right now, and this is called a while loop. Now, the while loop is a special loop that loops as long as a condition is true. So you don't explicitly give it either a list, you don't give it a range of numbers, you just said, okay, just keep looping until this one test equals false. So let me show you a quick example. Make a variable called buttcrack. If you don't name it buttcrack, your program's not going to work. I'm just kidding. But now what we do is we use the keyword while, and after this we give it a simple test. So if buttcrack is less than 10, then just do something. We'll just print out buttcrack. Now of course, oops. Did I accidentally say buttcrack then write my name? Bucky Crack. Alright, so anyways, what's going to happen in this case is this. Well, 5 is always going to be less than 10, unless in the middle of our program math and physics suddenly decide to change. So if we just run this right now, as you can see, it keeps printing out 55555 forever. So what we need to do, clear this out. So what we need to do is we need a way to change the value of butt crack to increase on every single iteration of the loop. So if you write butt crack plus equals 1, what this line of code right here does is it adds 1 to butt crack every time. So the first time this loop occurs, it's going to print out 5 and then add 1 to butt crack. So the next time the loop occurs, after that, butt crack is now equal to 6. And it does this, as we can see, all the way until this variable butt crack equals 10. Is 10 less than 10? Well, no, it's not. So since this is false, that's when your program knows to stop the loop. So again, that's a while loop, and for the test, you need a way to change the variable in here. So if you never change it and it keeps running over and over and over again, this is called an infinite loop, and it's not very good for your computer because it could actually crash your computer. So don't do that. So again, we learn about range, we learn about while loop, and I accidentally wrote Bucky instead of butt crack. So hope you enjoy. See you next time.